welcome to the Jan Podcast, Season 2, Episode 13. I am your host, Jan, and I am super freaking tired. Yeah, my good old shoulders have kept me from sleeping many a night, and last night, yeah, it wasn't great, but hopefully I'll get some sleep soon. How is everyone? I hope you're doing better than me, for sure, for sure. Well, you know what I'm going to start it off with. Yeah, of course you do. So, traffic peeve. Big surprise. This one's just like when you get cut off by the car behind you, you're trying to change lanes first, and they swoop in behind you and cut you off from the back. Like you're trying to merge into this lane. You're the car that's going to be able to merge first because the lines are coming together and it's getting ready to come to the split lines when you can go. No, this motherfucker wants to go before it gets to that so he can be ahead of me. So he cuts me off when I make my legal entry. He's already in my lane cutting me off. Boy, it pissed me off. It's just one of those, you got to be careful who you do that to because, on a bad day, he could have got hurt. And I'm not even lying. On a bad day, he could have got really hurt. And I don't think he realizes how close he came. People are stupid. There's no need to do that. You know what I mean? He could have got right behind me and then the lane right beside him, he could have gotten into. Wouldn't have been a problem. He didn't have to cut me off or I'm almost wrecking. What a douche. But there you go. That's what you're dealing with these days, these douche knuckles. What are you going to do? I forgot to put my brand up. I think I'll put Sure Jan Show. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. On the opposite end, I was coming home. No, I think I was going to work. Yeah, I was going to work. I just happened to, how sometimes you hit that pocket and there's just enough space between cars where you can literally like NASCAR that shit and you kind of like you move up and you move into one position and then it opens up the next lane and you can move into that position to get back into the lane in front of the car that was going slower than you, and it's just like a snake and you just kind of snake your way through. And sometimes there are great NASCAR days like that where everything, yeah, you're like, yay, look at how I got through all these cars, wonderful. And then some days aren't like that. Most days aren't. But I look behind me. I'm like going on maybe my third lane change to get around all the traffic. And I look behind me and there's like 6 freaking cars behind me following me, like literally doing exactly what I'm doing. It was hilarious. I was like, oh God, I'm a bad influence right now. I wasn't doing anything wrong, but still, they were following me. Yeah, at some point I'm like, stop fucking following me. So yeah. At some point I took offense to it because that's just how it goes. Don't you know? I was driving home. Well, today I was driving home and talking to my mom on the phone before you judge, hands free. Okay. Talking to my mom on the phone and I look up and there's this rancher out there and this is the second time I've seen him do it. He has like a big ass drone out there doing the spraying for his fields. Big ass drone. I'm like, wow, that's fucking cool. Number one, how cool to fly the drone. Number two, how cool that he's using that kind of technology for something like that. It was just kind of cool. I mean, I'm not sure what the drone gets for spraying like yardage, but I don't think they'll need as much because it's like literally right over the trees, like right over the tree. So, I mean, the planes go over, they get pretty low, but they also, as they swoop, you're going to have one section have a lot more than the outer parts, and this way they can get the entire thing really well. It was just kind of ingenious. I'm like, how progressive of this rancher to have a fucking drone. And it was cool to watch. If I could get footage of it again, I will. It's just I'm driving and I don't really like. It's not a street where you can pull over. It's all gravel and you pull over and sometimes you can't get out. So I don't pull over, not unless I have to. But that was kind of cool. I saw that. See, I saw that the same day, like earlier that day on my way home. There's a section where they have parachutes, like they have a plane and the people rent it and they go parachute and then they drop right there. So sometimes you'll be driving the back roads and you'll look up and there's these fucking parachutes coming down. You're like, what the fuck? And they're coming down so hard and so fast. You swear they're gonna just splat into the ground and all of a sudden they just go whoop, at the very end and land perfectly. You're like, yeah, I guess they know what they're doing, but it just gave me a fucking heart attack. But it is cool to kind of catch it, and you have to catch it. They come down fast. It's like if you see one, there's usually 2 or 3 more. But it's kind of fun watching that. But again, that's the same road that you don't pull over on because it's just too easy to get stuck, and you don't want to get stuck on the side of that road. Not at all. There we go. I was I was in the house the other day. I think it was maybe Saturday. I was like had my shoulders on ice and everything, and I'm just sitting there. And normally Chupa will go outside and she'll bark, whatever. Usually the neighbors' kids, she's barking at them. But she was barking, and she was barking kind of different, like kind of in the house, like at the door, barking, and then she just bolts out. And I'm like, uh-oh. And I look on my security camera, and there's this big dude with all these tats walking his little schnauzer and has the leash like super extend, and the dog's just running anywhere it wants to. And he's on the sidewalk, and the dog is clear across the sidewalk into my fence, the front of my fence, barking at my dog. I was pissed. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I get up and I open the door and I go, Chupa, what are you barking at? And then I go in the house and I look real quick, and he's like pulling the dog and he's like running off. And I'm like, you big chicken shit. Big old dude with tats and shit and a schnauzer, and you ran away like a little bitch. Yes, you're making my dog bark. I will come out and beat your ass. I don't care how big you are. Do not make my Chupa bark. Poor Chupa. Yeah, that was funny. I just kind of thought it was funny because they both fled. It was funny. It's kind of like when Mama Bear hit. Everybody's like, oh shit. Yeah, let's move on now. Move on now. I don't like I mean, I don't make Chupa not bark, but I don't like it if she's not barking at something. I already had one of those. That was my gal. Gal would bark if a leaf fell across the street. It was necessary for her to bark. If someone honked 2 miles away and you could barely hear it, it was necessary for her to bark. Yeah, anyone that knew Gal knew, yeah, she's gonna bark like 107 times. So something might be at the door. Bark. No, no. So that was fun to deal with. So speaking of Chupa, she's like because she's Chewini, she's like a super chewer, man. She's a rabid chewer. She loves to freaking chew the hell out of things. As a matter of fact, I've got her. She's over there eating that woof treat thing that I was telling you guys about. That you can put a treat inside this little rubber thing, and you tighten it up and you give it to them, and it's opened at the top, and they just lick, 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 and they'll lick it for like 30 freaking minutes. So I give it to her when I do my podcast now, so she's not bugging me through the whole podcast. It's like, thank you, woofs. They have little freezer ones too, and since it's in the high 80s right now, which is weird, but yeah, it's in the high 80s right now, so I've been giving her the frozen ones, and she's digging those pretty well. So far so good. She she got her first bath last night. She came in the house, and I'm sitting there on the couch, and she jumped up on my lap, and I'm like, "Oh, why does it smell like shit?" And I look right at her butt, and it's clean. I'm like, "Okay, your butt's clean. Why do I smell shit?" And I'm looking, and I don't see it, and I'm like, "Did you shit in the fucking house? Did you shit in the house?" So I get up and I look, no, she didn't shit in the house. I'm like, "Why do I smell shit?" And I look down at her little foot, and there's like little grass stuck between her toes, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I grab her foot, and when I pull it up, it looked like she stepped right in the middle, and it went between her toes and in her nails, and I was like, "Ugh." Oh my god. I was like, God damn it, Chopa. So I scooped her up, and I fucking ran into the shower, and she got herself her first bath. Oh my god. I was like, that is so fucking disgusting, and she was not having it, but by the end she didn't have much of a choice. But yeah, we got that taken care of right away. I was like, oh fuck no. Poo! I'm not a wiper of poop. I need to get that hell out of there with water. I'm gonna shower her fucking foot until that thing is smooth and clean. Yes, no grass, no poop. Ugh. Yeah, but she's super happy now that she's had a bath. She's just like me. I hated getting in the bath when I was a kid, and once I got in, you couldn't get me out. I'm the same way now. I hate taking baths and showers, but once I get in, I don't want to get out. I'm like, dang it, man. Yeah, it's been a half hour and the water's running out. I guess I better get out. Funny, but yeah. So that's yeah. So I got Chupa this new toy. Somehow her little launcher. We have this little tennis ball launcher. It's like little small tennis balls, about half the size. You drop them in, and it just pshoo, and it launches it. And she was loving that. And I almost had her dropping her own ball in there. It was so close. I mean, she was coming up and putting it in and not dropping it and pulling it out, just teasing me. But she knew what I wanted, and then the goddamn thing broke. I was like, "Fuck!" The little motor to pull it forward won't go forward. I've taken it apart, and the motor still turns it, but once I assemble it again, it doesn't work. So I got to figure that out. So, but we were just getting to a point where she was almost ready to launch it herself. I was so happy with that because she's real smart. I think she can catch on to things like that pretty easy. But she is the chewer of things. If there's anything like what she's bringing me right now is the paper towel roll. Once she hears the last paper towel come off, and she knows, she runs in there and she wants it, and of course she gets it, and she just tears it up, and I'm like, I don't care, tear it up. That doesn't cost me anything, and it's easy to pick up, no problem. So she gets that, and she gets the toilet paper roll. So if the toilet paper's low, she sits there and waits, and I'm like, it's not gonna happen right now, okay? Go on, it's not gonna happen yet. Move along, move along. But yeah, that's so I tried to find her something that, because she's a super chewer, I wanted to get her something she could really gnaw on but wouldn't be able to destroy. So I did a little research, and I found this ball called Wonder Ball. It's like WNDER or something like that. Wonder Ball. And they basically take, I guess it's like not, what is it? It's like it almost seems like a latex of some kind. And they squish this little ball together for you, okay? And it's indestructible. Like, she's been chewing on it and chewing on it and chewing on it, and she cannot destroy it. And you can hear her chewing on it because it squeaks. So you'll hear her dig her teeth in your and I just laugh because you can hear it. Like it's right there. It's hilarious. And then I heard she was using her bottom teeth trying to dig out the bottom. She's all, fuck, I was dying. So if I can actually get that on any kind of record, I if I can tape it or whatever, I will, because that shit was hilarious. I was like, what in the hell is that? And then I look over, and she's just using those little bottom teeth. Hilarious. This freaking dog makes me laugh. That's funny. But enough of Chupa. Oh man, that's funny. I tried to make dinner tonight. I made enchiladas, and they were okay. They were my way of making enchiladas. It's not like enchilada casserole. It's like enchilada lasagna, I guess you'd almost call it. But I like the way I make it, and oh, you okay? And it came out good, but I can't make beans and rice for fucking shit, and I did try. I did make an attempt, and they sucked. So I was a little disappointed at that, but I mean, anyone that knows me knows I can cook sort of, but I'll either overcook it and burn it, or I'll like fuck it up some other way, like too much salt, or yeah, I'm not a great cook. Like, what's that saying? You can burn water. Yeah, that's me. I could probably burn water. Anyone that's eaten with me knows. But I do, when I do it right, it's really good. It's really good when I do it right. I can make breakfast without fucking that up, but that's about it. I got like 700 different ways to make breakfast, so I do like that. That is probably my favorite meal is breakfast, and I never eat it. And it's my favorite meal, and I never get it because I have to go to work at the crack ass of dawn, so I don't eat breakfast. It's funny too because my mom is an excellent cook. Anyone that's eaten my mom's food would tell you that. And then my dad was an excellent cook also. So you think that some of that would have, you know, gone down to me, but I got nothing from that. I just got to enjoy their food. And that's gonna be enough. That's gonna be enough for me. It was good too. It's funny. I was old enough to remember the Bicentennial, okay? And I remember Star Wars like the next year came out. So those were two big years for me, 76 and 77. Those were big years to be like 11 and 12 years old. It was a big, great time. It really was. But we're 250 years old, and there's fucking nothing. There's nothing. I mean, the Bicentennial was huge. I mean, they made quarters for it. We had parades, and we celebrated, and everybody dressed in red, white, and blue. And we do not have that anymore. We don't have that anymore. And anyone that's my age, don't fucking lie and say we didn't, because we did. We did have that. We were proud of our country, and we're not there anymore. We're not proud of our country. Look at us. We're not even, don't get me started. We're not the same place. We're not even celebrating our 250th. in any kind of way that's meaningful. It just sucks. It just sucks because I'm not gonna get another one. You know what I mean? I'm lucky enough I got two, and I'm not gonna get another. So fuck, man. Anyways, I was watching Young Guns today because I haven't seen it in a minute, and I forget what a jerk Emilio Estevez in it because he's Billy the Kid. I forget what a jerk he is, but yeah, I just at that time, I think it was '88. Oh my gosh, we were like 22, 23 years old. I mean, those guys were the thing, man. They were it. They were part of the club, It's funny. Funny. I think what? It's Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen, Lou Diamond Phillips, Kiefer Sutherland, of course. Can't remember the other guys. I think Dermot Mulroney. Yeah, those were the main guys. But yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. And honestly, if he's really doing his own stunts and doing the shooting, Emilio's pretty fast. I was impressed. I was like, okay, not quick draw. Like he did a lot of work to make sure that he was adequate because I guess Billy the Kid was pretty fast. So that's a tall order. Let's see. Really, all I got left is just something that I've noticed and something that I've done, and I don't know if anybody else does it too. But as I've gotten older, when I played sports and everything, I was very aggressive. I would go out and I would just sacrifice my body. I did not give a shit. If it meant, bouncing on my fucking elbows and landing on my face, and there I went. That's how I played. But I'm paying for it now, right? And I did get in a motorcycle accident a couple of years ago. I just dumped my bike in a turn, but it was unexpected. My tire came off, and my whole bike just kind of flipped out from under me, and I crashed. And I landed on my right side. I have like the scrapes on my helmet and shit, but now my right hip, my right shoulder, yeah, there you go. They're hurting bad. Like the arthritis on my left hip is so bad, it's making me hard to get out of chairs. And I'm like, Jesus, I feel like as soon as I hit 60, I turn 70. I mean, what the fuck is that all about? So I have to get all these things to try to fucking help myself. And it's bad enough that I have my shoulders, but I mean, thank God I have like my TENS unit. I have bags for my legs to keep the swelling down. Airbags. I have red light for red light therapy. Who knows if that really works? Ice for every part of your body. That sounds good. Ice actually sounds pretty good. I have a massage gun, which I have to fight my cat with. Yeah, the kind that looks like it's like a gun. I don't know if you can. Well, you're not gonna be able to see my video, but it's the massage gun with like the little round tip, and you can just plow away. Hear that? That's gonna bring my cat in here any minute. Caboodle's gonna come running in because she wants me to massage her with it. That's how that works. She's like, "Oh, mine." Actually, I have a Instagram video of her doing that where it's just bouncing off her head. I'm like, Jesus, man. She likes it though. But yeah, and then like an industrial strength heating pad for my shoulders. So I mean, I'm doing everything I can to try to combat it, and I'm stretching, doing exercises, and seeing a therapist. I'm doing everything I can. So hopefully I can get myself. I have a feeling it just all revolves around my shoulders. So once I get that under control, but I just noticed all the shit that I'm buying. I went into my living room and I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm like in geriatric hell here. There's all this shit everywhere. I was just laughing. I was like, oh my God. Looks like there's definitely an ill person here. But I'm on my way to recovery. It's all good. It's all good. And I don't need to walk to talk, right? But yeah. Well, let's see. I don't really have much else to talk about. Chupa is going to go in a couple of weeks, and she's going to go get herself fixed. She doesn't know it yet, though, huh? Not yet. Oh, yeah, you're not excited just yet. Yeah. So, adopt, don't shop, spay, neuter, right? Take care of your pets. It's a lifetime commitment. Don't fuck it up. Pets are usually better to you than other humans, so keep that in mind. Treat them with kindness. And spank them when they're bad. Chupa's like, fuck you. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys next week. I'll probably have more interesting things to talk about. I haven't had a lot of sleep, so I'm a little woohoo. My mom gave me half of my topics today, so thanks, Mom. All right. I will catch you guys next time, and like, follow, share.